So I sat down for a while trying to come up with what are the factors which are going to decide whether or not you are going to be successful with dropshipping. So I've come up with 7 factors which I believe are very important when it comes to being successful with dropshipping. This comes from my 6 years of experience being in the battlefield of dropshipping. So I really think that these factors are what have taken me to what I have been able to achieve, building a 7-figure branded dropshipping store over the last few years. And without further ado, let me go ahead and start with the first one, which is the mindset. The mindset is very critical, it's very important, and I cannot emphasize enough the importance of it. Why? Because it is the foundation of everything. Why? Because it is literally the foundation on which you build everything. You build the entire infrastructure, whether that be a physical business or an online business. If your mindset is flawed and you don't have the mindset perspective that is required from you to reach a certain business goal, then you will never reach it. Because before you get to the technical and the implementation side of things, you have to have a mental framework which allows you to not only believe in yourself, but to believe that whatever goal you set to yourself, whether that be in a physical business, online business, or dropshipping business, you are going to achieve that, and there's nothing that can hold you back as long as you have a full belief and self-confidence in yourself, especially since other people have been able to do it. So there's no reason why you cannot do the very same thing. Mindset revolves a lot. So mindset, I would say, revolves a lot around your self-confidence, around how you think about success, around what do you think of successful people, what do you think about money, what do you think about business, how to run a business, how to deal with failure, how to overcome challenges. So all of these things are what dictate your mindset. So you have to make sure that your mindset is up to date and is business friendly and success friendly. And one of the best ways to do that is to read self-development books about mindset, how to grow your mindset, how to learn about money, growing money, keeping money, multiplying money, investing, building businesses, scaling, hiring teams, becoming a leader. All of these things are very important when it comes to launching your own online or physical business and becoming a successful businessman. The second thing I came up with was you should focus on one thing only. I would say among all these 7 things which I came up with, I would say this is probably the most important one. Why? Because it is the thing that has allowed me to finally start making money and becoming consistently profitable with this business. It's that I took the decision one day to focus on one thing and one thing only, and that was going to be dropshipping. Now, not only did I apply this on the business type level, meaning that I would focus only on dropshipping, but I went one step ahead and I applied this to the niche and to the store that I was going to be running. So I saw a lot of gurus and people proclaiming that they are running multiple stores at the same time, and that never really appealed to me. It never stuck with me because I figured it must be hell handling multiple stores at the same time. Even if you have very good teams, even if your processes are on point and whatnot. But for me, in my mind, I thought, why would I disperse my energy, my focus, and my attention into so many different things, different niches, different products, different client types, different marketing strategies and whatnot? If I could put all of my focus, energy, and attention, 100% of these things, and laser focus on one specific niche and one specific customer avatar, one specific marketing strategy, branding strategy, and do this for a long period of time. And I've always been a big believer in doing one thing at a time and giving it your all, focusing 100% on that particular thing for a long period of time, because I believe that focusing on one thing is the very best way to succeed and become the authority figure in that thing that you want to be involved in. Because if you want to do multiple things at the same time, the bandwidth required from you to become an authority figure or leader in a particular niche would be sacrificed by allocating that bandwidth to multiple projects. This is something that even Alex Hormozi said. He said in one of his videos that he had one client who had multiple businesses. I think he had 3 or 4 businesses. And he said to Hormozi, look, this is how many businesses I am running, and they're not doing the best they could be doing. And here's how much money I'm making from all these 4 businesses. And then Alex said, why don't you focus on the business that you are confident you are going to be the best in? And that really resonated a lot with me. It resonated a lot with how I am viewing things and my philosophy of focusing on one thing and one thing only. And not only that, guys, but when you focus on one particular niche only and you give it your all, it becomes so much more enjoyable. It becomes so much more efficient, so much more rewarding over the long run than if you were to focus on 2, 3, 4 different niches. Think about Jeff Bezos. When Jeff Bezos was building Amazon, he was not building other businesses on the side. He was putting all his focus, energy, and attention on Amazon and Amazon only, because that was his plan, that was his vision, and that was the thing that he enjoyed doing the most. And look what he has achieved now, all because of his laser focus. Point number 3 is that you have to accept that things are going to be slow and that you will be no exception. Business is a very tough game, whether that be a physical or online business. Just because a business is online and that you can run that business behind a screen does not mean that it will be faster or easier than running, let's say, a coffee shop or a restaurant. As a matter of fact, it might be even harder. Why? Because the barriers to entry are lower. So since the barriers to entry are very low, a lot of people are penetrating the market, and that makes the competition very fierce, and that diminishes your chances of succeeding and makes it much harder for you to become successful in the online business world. So if you want to build a long-lasting dropshipping brand, a branded dropshipping store that is going to stand the test of time and bring you consistent profits and growing revenue every single month, every single year you are running it, you have to be accepting of the fact that it's going to be slow in the beginning. It's going to take a lot of effort for you in the beginning to build the infrastructure. It's going to take a lot of effort for you to figure out your branding strategy, your brand name, how you can differentiate yourself from all the competitors within the same niche, how you can come up with products that address your ideal customers' avatar needs, how you can improve on the shortcomings of the best competitors in the niche. Especially since in the beginning, most people don't have a lot of capital to play with. You will have very limited capital to launch your business, launch ads, whether that be on Facebook or any other online marketing platform. So that's going to make the early stages of the business quite slow, but you have to be accepting of that and understanding that just because it's slow in the beginning, that it's not going to grow in the future or become a very successful business, because actually having a slow start in the beginning might be the very best sign that shows you that, hey, the progress is slow in the beginning, but if you keep at it, if you keep working on your business, if you keep improving every single day, bit by bit, if you keep focusing on the details and improving every single detail of your business, then you're gonna keep growing slowly but surely until you reach a certain level, which is going to become very comfortable, until you reach a certain level where you have built enough momentum for you to finally start generating big numbers and keep growing into even bigger numbers in the future. You have to keep in mind that anything that comes very fast in the beginning, in the early stages, whether that be in business or in anything in life, really, anything that comes fast and easy in the beginning has a tendency to not last long, and has a tendency to not last long in the future, to not be consistent, and to just collapse after a very short period of time. Whereas something that comes slow and that comes after a lot of hard work in the beginning, that is the thing that you can be sure is going to be consistent, long-lasting, and will be able to stand the test of time. Point number 4 is that you should not be afraid of thinking outside the box. Just because gurus are saying that this strategy works for them, or this strategy is the best testing strategy or scaling strategy for your dropshipping business, does not mean that strategy is the best one for you. You have to test things on your own. You have to come up with your own testing strategy, see what works best for you, learn from your mistakes, your failures, obstacles that you have faced along the way, how you overcame those obstacles, and find your best recipe for success. Do not be afraid of testing something that has never been promoted online or that has never been spoken of on YouTube or whatever online platform. Always be willing to take risks, to test things that are new to you and that have never been tested before, because who knows, You might just come across something that works extremely well for you just because you took a chance and you were not afraid of stepping outside of your comfort zone. The way I applied this principle to my own situation is that I decided to stop ever thinking about winning products. I decided to focus on one niche, one product with other complementary products, but 80% of the revenue that I am generating through this branded dropshipping store is coming from one product only, and I decided to focus on this product for over 5 years now, and I've been able to run this branded dropshipping store profitably every single year since 2019. And the reason behind this is that I decided to let go of the winning product mindset, to think outside the box and just focus on one product for a very long period of time, give it my all, and just ignore the winning products mindset mentality. Point number 5 is that you have no excuses. In 2024, now we are going into 2025, you already have everything at your disposal to become successful in whatever business endeavor you are interested in starting. The very device you are using to watch this video, whether that be an iPhone or a laptop, has incredible capabilities to help you launch your business. Now, obviously, you're not going to be able to optimize your chances launching a dropshipping business off of your smartphone, but that can be done. I'm not saying it's impossible, it is possible, but that's not the best way to do it. The best way to do it would be to get a decent laptop, ideally a MacBook, because you would need that screen real estate to maximize your productivity and make every process that much easier compared to when you are doing it on a very small screen. Really, you have no excuses. If people talk about starting budget, how much budget you need to get started with dropshipping, I think that's just a reason to delay and a reason to find excuses not to get started, because no matter how much budget you have, you could have, I don't know, $500, $1,000, you could be working a regular 9-to-5 job and having a decent amount of money coming in every single month. And you could use whatever amount of money you are able to save from your monthly income to invest in your dropshipping journey. If you have no starting budget, if you have no starting capital, the thing you have is, okay, you don't have money, but you have time. And time is actually more valuable than money. So leverage all the time you have at your disposal that other successful people do not necessarily have. Be grateful for it. Leverage it to learn the skill set that is required to run a successful dropshipping store. You could leverage it to watch YouTube videos on how to launch Facebook ads, how to manage Facebook ads, how to scale ads, how to build an online Shopify store on YouTube. You have a whole encyclopedia of skill sets that you are able to learn on YouTube for free. So you have all the time for you to learn for free. So leverage that time to learn the skill set required of you so that you can successfully start your online dropshipping business. And then once you get the skill set part of things done, then you can move on to doing some online gigs, like creating online stores for people online on Fiverr, or making videos, edited videos, launching Facebook ads, managing Facebook ads for people that are running their own successful dropshipping stores. And so really you have no excuses. If you have the budget, you can get started. If you don't have the budget, you can get started. If you are looking for a way out, you will always be able to find excuses. Point number 6 is that you have to be willing to sacrifice. I remember before I finally cracked the code of dropshipping, I was severely addicted to video games, especially sim racing, because I'm a massive fan of cars. As you can see, guys, I have some vintage car pictures on my wall. So I would spend enormous amounts of time just sim racing on a PlayStation, on Gran Turismo. And reflecting back on that, I realized I wasted so much time that I could have invested in my business, and which would have brought me a lot farther than where I am now. I took what I believe was a very big and pivotal decision, which was to sell my PlayStation and just to say farewell to all video games and all sim racing. Despite it being a very big passion of mine and me enjoying it a lot when I was racing online on the simulator, but I still decided to sacrifice it for a better future. And it was hard in the beginning, but over time I realized that was necessary and that was a required uncomfortable step for me to take in order to get to the next level with business. Yeah, guys, you have to sacrifice some things you like, some things you enjoy doing for you to be successful with business and be able to progress that much faster without having something dragging you down and pushing you back on your pursuit to success. Point number 7 and last point is be ethical. Don't just go chasing the money at every cost. It's okay to want to chase money, make as much money as you want, but with dropshipping, there's a lot of shady practices and there's a lot of unscrupulous and unethical people which do make money, but make it the unethical way, but either scamming customers or deceiving them or just doing immoral things. And I encourage you guys to not consider doing that, because in the short run it might seem like it's the best way to make money because you are snaking someone, but trust me, in the long run it's gonna bite you back, it's gonna backfire, and karma is gonna catch up to you. Always do things ethically, always do business ethically, whether that be online, offline. Always treat a customer that buys off of your store with the utmost respect and with the utmost ethics, just because you have to do what is right and what is moral. Because when you do that, you have great peace of mind, you can sleep peacefully at night, and you don't have these self-sabotaging thoughts in the back of your mind telling you that, okay, you made money, but was it really the right way, the ethical way? Probably not. You guys want to be the people that make money, but the ethical way. And there's no better feeling than that when you know that you have made whatever amount of money you have made, but the ethical way without snaking people. So I hope that you guys learned a lot from all of these points that I've shared with you. If you found this video helpful, if you brought you value, please subscribe to this channel. I would truly appreciate it, guys. And as always, I appreciate your support, especially if you have watched this video all the way until the end. It really means a lot to me that you have given me your time and attention. And I'll see you guys in the next one.